We'll have one Franco here and one in the bottom of the 8th. Matt Franco is batting for Kurt Abbott. Cardinals will stick with Morris, who misses up and away ball 1. The Cardinals' only left-hander, Christensen, is ready in the St. Louis bullpen. He's joined now by their closer, Dave Veers, as Franco unloads a ball and a strike. It'll be Franco here, then Darryl Hamilton, then Timo Perez. And it's interesting that Veers is the one getting loose. 8th inning, 3-3 game, strike 2 on Franco. Whoever comes out of the bullpen for the Mets in the bottom of the 8th will deal with, in all likelihood, Edmonds, McGuire, and Clark. So this game may be won or lost here in the 8th inning as Franco takes ball 2, 2-2.
Joe, the only caveat there is if Bobby Valentine has a place to put Mark McGuire. For instance, if Edmonds leads off with a double, then McGuire's going to be wasted. And they end up walking him. So Tony La Russa would send up someone who could bunt, I would imagine, in a situation like that. But if first base is occupied or there's nobody on, McGuire hits.
But that is way down the line as the count's 3-2 on Franco, batting in the top of the 8th, trying to get it started for the Mets.
The Mets have 3 left-handed pinch hitters: Matt Franco, Darryl Hamilton, and Lenny Harris.
3-2 to Franco. Up the middle. Vino with a backhand. He's got a good arm. 1 out. He'll be followed by Perez, so a couple of left-handed batters, and the Cardinals stick with Morris. 1 out, nobody on. Hamilton, strike 1.
Darryl Hamilton with 2 key pinch hits in the divisional series. Timo Perez on deck.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton with a 1-1 count. Now up on the count, 2 balls and a strike.
You may remember, and Mets fans certainly do, Darryl Hamilton led off that 10th inning in game 2 with the pinch hit double to score on a Jay Payton single. Mets won it 5-4 over the Giants.
Pops it up here. Langford coming on, Renteria going out. The 2 come together and Langford makes the catch. Renteria trying to do a little too much here in the 8th inning. Helped to his feet by Langford, who helped the Cardinals out of a dangerous situation.
Renteria with that hand up, and usually if the infielder puts the hand up, it means I've got it.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. Line drive into left, and there's Perez. He's on again.
Alfonso's very good at doing that.
And he's very good from the 7th inning on. Toast to the town. He's starting to get the headlines that he's the best Major League Baseball player in New York, and that's taking into consideration his teammate Piazza, Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter. During the regular season with runners on, he hit .346. From the 7th inning on, .377. This postseason, he's driven in a run in 4 straight games. He hasn't done so here tonight. And he's 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Edgardo Alfonzo this season 6 for 11, a .545 batting average against the Cardinal pitcher on the mound, Matt Morris. 111, 1 for 9 against Dave Veers, the relief pitcher in the bullpen. Perhaps Veers is not quite ready to come into this game right now.
Morris 2-0. On deck is Piazza. We talked earlier that no manager is any more into the numbers and head-to-head matchups than Tony La Russa. He is well aware of what Bob Brenly just told our viewing and listening audience. But they stick with Morris. That's foul.
And Paquette on the line at third base. Particularly playing the count. Renteria in the hole. There's Craig Paquette. Trying to make 2 hits beat the Cardinals instead of 1. And those are the myriad numbers that Joe was talking about.
The hitting charts that Dave Duncan does and has done as pitching coach for Tony La Russa since 1986. Two balls and a strike on Alfonzo. Go ahead run at first, 2 out, and now a 2-2 count, and Perez has not taken off.
Well, the Cardinals playing a left side of the infield shift, as Tim mentioned. Paquette playing close to the line at third, and Edgar Renteria way over into the hole.
Trying to push everything to the middle of the field.
I think that's what Alfonso's going to do, and if I were Renteria, I'd be 3 or 4 steps to the left now, particularly with 2 strikes. He's more apt to go up the middle and the right field.
2-2, full count, and now Perez will get a jump over at first. He's the go-ahead run, 8th inning, 3-3 game, and Piazza on deck.
I don't like what Clark's doing here. Will is holding Perez on instead of normally playing behind the runner with 3-2, 2 outs. They do not want Perez to have a chance to score on a double.
3-2 on Alfonzo. And a base hit into right center field. That might score Perez. Edmonds comes up throwing. Here comes Timo to the plate. Safe, and the Mets take a 4-3 8th inning lead. And Edgardo Alfonzo delivers again. The Cardinal team plane is due into New York in the early hours Friday morning. Tony La Russa eventually lays his head on his pillow. He will think about not lifting Morris for Veers with Alfonzo at the plate, considering the history that Alfonso has with Morris and the lack of success he's had in his history with Dave Veers.
And with that base hit and RBI, Edgardo Alfonzo now with an 8-game postseason hitting streak and 5 consecutive postseason games with at least 1 RBI. Is it any wonder he's the toast of the Big Apple?
He has struck again, and a double switch coming. And now with 2 on 2 out, Dave Veers pitching to Zeile, and strike 1. This Mets team lacked speed prior to Perez's arrival. He has changed that dynamic with his team. Saw Carlos Hernandez in to catch, and the numbers during the regular season for Veers, a 2.85 ERA. Zeile gets one off the end of the bat, 0-2. Veers was 29 out of 36 in save chances. Not that this is one. That's the kind of success he had out of the bullpen this season for St. Louis.
Joe, one thing should be brought up. In a 3-3 ball game in the 8th inning, the outfield's going to be playing a prevent defense, no doubles. And by playing too deep, the Cardinals may have given a double to Edgardo Alfonzo and allowed Perez to score.
Zeile lines one into left field. Here comes Alfonzo. Throw by Langford, cut off, and they have Piazza hung up between second and third. Vigna applies the tag, and as the top of the 8th inning is finished, it's a 5-3 Mets lead. Todd Zeile is now 5 out of 12 in his career against Dave Veers. 2 homers, 7 RBIs.